I suppose there's no way of sugarcoating this. It was a disappointing outing for you, and I put it to you that you probably didn't do yourself justice.
No, we won't sugarcoat it. We have big chins and we'll take it on the chin. We're not into the business of hiding from what happened out there, and there's no point. We're not going to justify that we did this, that, we will have to learn in companies, teams like Kerry, and that's proper in Division 1. We know that, and we know we've work to do as we face into Division 2. With all due respect to them, we don't need anyone to tell us that, and we won't be accepting anyone. I'm backing these guys to the hilt. In 2018, when we couldn't even win, we weren't even competitive in Division 4. These lads been to somewhat working hard behind the scenes when no one knew. And that was just to try and be competitive in Division 4, and then they went back at it in 19 and they did it again. So great faith in these guys, back into the hills. We're very proud of them, and we'll take it on the chin, and we have to take it on the chin if we want to find improvement going forward, and that's our job as a management team to strive to find that improvement, and we'll set about trying to find that improvement. How far more improvement is there? I don't really know, but we won't shy away from going to work.
Do you think in a broader sense that a result like that again calls into question the provincial system, and that the GA would have been better off going for option B or whatever it was called in the end?
Not interested in that today, Sean. Not interested. It's bollocks. Not interested. We got to look at ourselves today and competitive with Kerry, and to me that would be deflecting from. Let's face the questions. Let's face the honesty of be honest about it. And so it is what it is, and we all know these things anyway. Set up. Let the powers that be decide what wants to go. And I don't want to be flippant about saying that. You know what I mean? We were beating whatever it was outside.
Obviously, you gave two massive performances against Clare and Tipperary to get here. Was today just maybe a step beyond when you consider the effort that was put into in those two matches in terms of group where they are in terms of their development?
Yeah, look, I don't think it was down to the effort of the Tip and Clare game that was the problem outside here today. It's just the quality of Kerry have, the power, the pace, and the ability, the skills. You put it all together, we've got athletic boys, and they were cramping out there against Kerry today, and that just shows conditioning, so we've got the extra bit to go. And look, Kerry boys here, since they're knee height or grasshopper, they're kicking ball and they're working at it, and they've got the skills and the capability, and credit to them, and it means a lot to them, and so we congratulate them and do what we can do to improve ourselves.
But did you see today as a learning curve, or a lesson the lads will take away? As you've always spoke about building year on year and see where you've come from. Do you see today as another learning curve in that?
Unfortunately, but I see it's learning curve, But look, Mayo and Clare gave us an education in 2018, and the boys set about trying to learn and work, and they did that. As I said, we'll go back at it again when the dust settles in the course of the year, and work and see where the areas we should try and improve. And that's all we can do, is try to improve. And games next year, or what remains in the championship for us, will tell us whether we're improving or not.
And you've had many years there where you had the one-off championship in Munster and your season was over and rebuilding for next year, and now you're looking into a qualifier game there on the 11th or 12th of June. That must be something, that it shows the progress that you're looking forward to.
Yeah, that's it. And look, whatever way the draw will come, we can't be fearing these things, and we're going to try and make progress, because that's the level you're at. So you just get up on the horse and you just start riding and get on with it.
Yeah, I suppose, when you were facing such an uphill task coming down here today, kind of like a free hit almost, but you do have that, I suppose that comfort is the wrong word, but the consolation that the season doesn't end here today, and trying to pick that team back up and get back up in for a qualifier.
Yeah, that's it, that's the challenge, but so that's what we're in the business for. It happened Cork, happened Clare, it could happen anything. That's the reality of it. Clare is a special place for Kerry people, and playing there, and they love playing there, and you get nothing easy here, So we knew that coming back, we spoke about it, and we get on with it. Happy enough for the first 20 minutes, they weren't getting the run at us, like sometimes Kerry come out and they blow teams away in 20 minutes. Probably second half of the first half, they got tacked on a couple of scores, but we were turning over ball as we went forward, and it just tells you, that we were close marked, big men, turn the ball over and they're scoring at the other end. And that's how we work on it. We'll try and work on it. But I can't reiterate how proud how I am of these lads, and today won't make any difference about it. That won't change, and I'm not into the business of going to Munster finals just to say you played in the Munster final. there's nothing for me personally anyway, you know. It's all about trying to find improvement in our performances and our ability to play football. And it'll help the lads understand what's required is, okay, we're top in Division 1, we're Division 2, that's going from Division 3, so there's a mighty gap in it. We'll go back to the drawing board.
I suppose your game plan in one way is to try and keep it tight as long as possible, so as the players will get into the game and they'll get the scores. Would that burst that Kerry got about 5 points just in the last couple of minutes of the first half, which changed, I think, from a 4-point gap to a 9-point gap? Was that really signal in a way, and it kind of caused you to have to read?
Yeah, well look, they were getting on a roll at that point, so we just said, look, what's the point of coming back here and just trying to keep the score line down, you know, when you're on the back foot at that stage, you're not trying to overturn a 9-point cap at half time. It's a serious task for any team to play Kerry Killarney. So yeah, we rejigged it around to see, right, let's have a crack and see if we improve in certain areas, and when you do that, that's what happens. But I'm not anyway worried about that. You know, no point in coming back here to keep the score line down, that's not going to do anything for us in improving us. You win, you take it on the chin, you drive on.
One thing that I suppose may have been new for the players today was like Kerry's ball retention was absolutely brilliant, and I suppose you're much better than the getting teams in Division 3, Division 4 that are playing. Is it how to counteract that? That's one of the things, the lessons the players have to learn on it.
It's a pity didn't put on the platform instead of shooting. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, they're capable players, like, you know. But you know, my vision is they come out, there's a pass in for the gun, and the next time all of a sudden it's deciding to put forward and there's someone kicking it over it. We were always holding on to try and get minutes into the game and settle down and say we want to punch and holes, didn't I? But I didn't see much of Kerry's ball attention. I just start moving, bang, 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 and it's over the bar, you know. But that's what trouble is.
Yeah, I mean, one thing we did seem to struggle with in the game was the kick-outs on both ends. The Kerry seemed to they were pressuring the Limerick kick-out with a high press there in the first half, and then when the ball went long, they were winning them. And then every time Limerick actually got a score, Kerry seemed to get a score right on the kick-out coming from it. Is that something else as well that what's to kind of work on?
I think Kerry left us have a shot, and then when we turned to come out, they were pressing, you know. That's what I saw in the first half, and you know, you see something like Paul Janey, what age, 33 or 4? It's about that. 32. Yeah, and you're walking like a trooper. I think that's how you want to know where Kerry are and what they're aiming for and where they're going. And you know, later on, Paul was going back, working hard, and I don't know what he's called this sketch. He did 3 or 4, but he set up scores, and there's a thread all day long. And they have to get between the teeth, and they're working on what they need to work on to improve themselves, and they're not. Whoever's in front of them, that's it. But what I would say about Kerry, you know, they're always respectful of the opposition, and they could have kicked another couple of goals there today and took the points. And I've always known that about Kerry, you know, they don't tattoo a team, they don't beat, and they're respectful. And